What's up, kiddos? Welcome to Cactus Cast, the only podcast on the internet where we take the conservation of salamanders very seriously. I'm Campbell. This is David.
And welcome. So today we're going to be talking about... What are we talking about? Oh yeah, the weirdness that generated what you see before you. Me and Campbell. Campbell and I.
Perfect.
English.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking a little bit about just kind of giving the rundown, the stories of where we've lived, what we've done, and some of the absurdity that surrounds that. So yeah, we'll start off with David. Where are you from, my guy?
Okay, so I'm not from, but I was born in the Middle East. My dad served in the Navy, so I was born in a little island called Bahrain.
Patriot.
I lie a lot, and people always don't believe me when I tell them that, but that's the one truth that I can tell that sounds like a lie.
So you're from Bahrain?
I'm pretty boring besides that.
So besides that, you are awful at lying, is what you're saying?
No, I just always admit it because I feel bad about it afterwards.
Okay.
So, I was born there, and then we moved to Washington, yada yada. I don't really remember much. I remember Cappy, which we'll get to later, and then we moved to Idaho. So most of my upbringing was in Idaho Falls, good old Idaho Falls. What about you?
Lovely. Yeah, so I've moved actually 12 different times. I mean,
It's gonna be a long.
it's gonna be a while. We'll shorten it down a little bit. Shorten it down a little bit. I was born in Salt Lake City. Lived there for a couple weeks. Then moved a couple of places inside of Utah, Kaysville, Farmington. Then moved to Northern California. My dad was going to Stanford. He big smart boy. And then we moved to Missouri, we moved to San Diego, lived there for 4 years, moved to Massachusetts, lived there for around 6.5 years, and then moved back out to Utah, and we moved a couple times in there. So yeah, 12 times in total, and I've lived in every single time zone besides Hawaii and Alaska because they don't even count. So
you mean the time zones in America? Or
yeah.
I'm there's kind of a lot outside. Okay.
Yeah, just American time zones. That's what we care about.
Yeah. Because we're full patriots here.
100%. Exactly. So, we're going to get into a couple of interesting stories about kind of our upbringing, a little bit of what makes us tick, what makes us go, what gets our little pants in a twist, you know?
I don't... Stop. That is terrible. Don't ever say that again. Ever.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'll start with Cappy, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I've not heard this Cappy story.
Yeah. So it's actually not really much of a story, but it's my memory from Washington. Well, it's one of them. But anyways, we had this little cart, and we called it Cappy because he had a hat, like a hat, and you could ride him around. I was 5, 6 at the time.
You had a cart?
It's like a little car that you could mount and ride around.
Oh, I understand.
But back in the day, not electronic. You just moved it with your feet.
Electronic legs, yeah.
My own leg.
I know.
Okay. So, yeah. And I don't really remember much about it, but we still joke to this day about how we called him Cappy, and then his cap fell off. And
so he was just E.
Yeah. And then we just left him there in Washington when we moved to Idaho, and we just ripped Cappy.
You abandoned.
We talk about it, still.
Frequently.
We man, poor Cappy.
How often do you bring up
at least
this car toy that
we
you
probably
thought about?
don't. I just think about it sometimes. I'm life, can twist you around and flip you upside down. And one time, for example, I'm named David.
You are.
But what if the reason I'm named David?
David.
My dad's hippie college friend, just stops being what it is. What if I'm not David anymore? Life can do that to you. You just have to be prepared for every alternative. That's what I learned from Cappy.
You left him abandoned in Washington, and so your moral of the story is you might not be named after your hippie friend's dad?
No, it was karma. For
leaving him abandoned? I'm not following your logic here. I don't understand.
I'm not the one that took the hat
True.
off of Cappy.
Okay.
I actually don't know what happened to it.
Okay.
It was just gone.
It just was gone. So then he was just E. So cap to cap.
We still called him Cappy.
But he had no cap. He was
But it's
capless.
ironic, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's sometimes you start with a table, and then maybe the table loses legs.
Okay.
And then
it's just a board.
It's just a board. So you could call it a surfboard, but then you still call it a table.
What does it have to do with my life?
Does
I
it-
help me
it has-
apply that. I would like to apply what you were teaching me to my life.
I'm trying to say, okay, this is the message.
Okay.
The message
This is what's going on the T-shirt.
No T-shirt, just the message. It's not
On the
cool,
back.
It's not a cool enough message
Okay, I'm ready.
for a T-shirt. It's just sometimes life makes things what they don't seem like they are.
That's too long for my T-shirt.
Trademark.
Sometimes life makes things what they don't seem like they are.
Yeah, like like rose-colored glasses.
So are we saying things change?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a much better T-shirt. Things change.
But some things stay the same, like names, like Cappy.
Things change, but some things stay the same.
Yeah.
I like that.
It sounds like
okay.
a romantic gesture thing, like a, be like a.
Don't
like,
ever try that out on a
No,
girl.
like
You
it
will
would
get
no, not a
absolutely
gesture.
dumped immediately.
Like it's like on like a marriage video, like a wedding video. There's like some things change, but some things don't. What was it?
Some things
change,
but some things stay
never
the
do.
same.
Oh, stay the same.
You don't remember?
I still own that line.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. Well, it's mine because I remember it now.
Okay, top my story with something that you can teach.
Fantastic.
A
Okay,
life lesson,
I
probably.
would love to. So, having lived in a whole bunch of different places, I experienced all types of weather all the time, right?
Okay.
So in Missouri, it was tornadoes. In San Diego, it was earthquakes and wildfires. In Boston, it was blizzards and hurricanes. And we were there during
You're dramatic.
the Boston bombing.
Okay, that's true.
We did have hurricanes. We had Hurricane Sandy. That was a hurricane. That's not just a
But
dramatic.
like,
That's a hurricane.
were you like in the hurricane, or were you like arms of the hurricane? Like eye or arms?
Don't know how to answer that question. I was in the hurricane.
Okay.
And there was a blizzard. One day we woke up, there was 3 feet of snow. We couldn't even move. Impossible. So
Okay.
basically,
Wait, where was that? Michigan?
this no, it was in Massachusetts.
Did you live in Michigan?
No,
I lose track.
that's okay.
You lived in
yes.
Illinois, though.
No. I named all of the places I've lived
Okay.
at the beginning of this, actually.
You lived somewhere around
Utah,
that area, though.
Northern California, Missouri, San Diego,
I
Massachusetts.
was thinking Missouri, which isn't really
Okay,
that close.
that's okay. That could be...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Missouri is not at all close to Michigan, but I mean, we can pretend.
It's in
just
the same
for your
country,
sake. So that's
so-
actually what's going to be on the T-shirt. Things change, but some things stay the same, and then it's just going to have Missouri and Michigan really far away from each other.
Remember
on
when
the
I
map.
gave that presentation? I called Missouri, Michigan.
I do remember that.
Was it Missouri? I think it was Missouri.
Probably
No, it was Minnesota.
it was Minnesota. There are a lot of
Anyways.
unnamed states.
That's beside it.
Yeah. So basically, I've survived or caused. Jury's still out on that one. A tornado. For the tornado, we had to stay in our basement because the tornado came and right over our house. We have a video of it. My mom screams at my dad to get inside because there's a literal tornado above our house. He
Wow.
didn't die. It was amazing. In California, wildfire. We had to flee the state, and we went and we left, and then we came back and our house was still there. It was amazing. Massachusetts. Yeah, my dad was working a block away from the Boston bombings, which is very So we were very grateful that he is still okay.
Yeah,
Not
that's
grateful
crazy.
for what happened, but obviously. So, basically, life lesson. This is my T-shirt. This is what I decided. This is my T-shirt.
Oh, it's good enough for a T-shirt.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know what I'm about to say, but it's 100% good enough for a T-shirt.
Okay.
So this first one's this is gonna be it's gonna have a picture of the states where I've lived, surrounded by fire and a hurricane. It's gonna be actually
no
on the
tornadoes.
back.
Okay.
No. It's gonna be on the back. So that's gonna be on the back. Okay. And on the front, it's gonna say, "When life gives you dangerous storms, you might survive."
How about when life gives you dangerous storms, migrate. Make lemonade. Migrate.
Okay, I like that too. That's pretty good too. But I kind of like the "you might survive," and then we have a goose on the front.
Just okay. Love it.
Migrate. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, I
so
get it.
there you go.
Yeah,
There you
That was a
go.
little late.
Yeah. So
So
basically,
your life lessons-
I've been traumatized throughout my entire life by Mother Nature. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
And
Maybe it's karma for being born. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe
that hit a little too close to home, to be 100% honest with
maybe
you.
the universe just has to balance out. Just
By trying to kill me repeatedly in every single place that I go.
It's
I
like,
think that the universe.
mistake.
So it sends
It's like
a
Uno
wild
reverse
card.
cards, but you're just like,
on my life.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
It's just a skip.
Yeah, you're like, skip. Wait,
but it keeps
that's
missing.
not how it works.
But I always have a skip to skip it again.
Exactly.
To skip back. That's the T-shirt. Always skip back.
Or
when life gives you
an Uno
skip
reverse
back.
card.
Wait, no, it's not a reverse card.
Yes, it is.
Because it's skip my life.
It's trying to reverse you from
into
existence.
being a child. Okay. when life gives you skips, skip back.
That sounds like you're skipping.
Yeah, it's the best double entendre.
How about don't taunt?
You're reading the wrong way. Don't taunt.
Don't taunt karma.
Skip it.
Don't step on the cracks.
But I didn't say anything about that. That's just unrelated.
Okay.
This is a big shirt. This has a lot of quotes on it.
Just put on the sleeves.
Yeah, on the sleeves, or just tattooed, just right all the way down.
Can mine have like a sub, like small text on the bottom?
An asterisk?
Yeah, about Cappy.
Yeah, absolutely. If you'd like to put a whole paragraph about Cappy, it's got to be enough above.
What about if I just put like a small
people aren't looking at your groin for too long?
What if I made a shirt that like right here, like where the Adidas is, it's just like a gravestone for Cappy. And
that's
sell
an idea.
Those.
Okay,
It's
and
like
then on the
Cappy,
back,
long live the Cap, because Cappy's dead, but the Cap's somewhere, decomposed, living a new life.
So you might see us later. You might see us later going back to Washington to try to find this elusive Cap. But yeah, anyway, so that's a little bit about what makes us tick. David longs for a car that he can push around with his legs. And
Or
I've been
just a car.
traumatized.
I don't have a car.
Or just any car at all, actually. So if we could help him out, that'd be fantastic. I've been traumatized by Mother Nature many times throughout my life. And so that will demonstrate itself in various ways. Specifically, the sleep paralysis demons. Keep going.
I was just lost by that sentence.
That's okay.
But I'll tell another story. Got to think of a good one first. No, not that one. Do you have a story on mind? You go.
Do I have a story?
Yeah.
So, I do have a very quick story. In San Diego, we lived. So, have you ever done the magnifying glass to ants? Do not condone this, by the way. Bad. Killing animals is wrong, but I did it.
But it's an ant, so it's like
it was a lot.
Oh, you kill a lot of ants.
Yeah. So I took a magnifying glass, and it turns out
okay.
they were fire ants. This is in San Diego. Turns out they were fire ants, and when you kill one of them, apparently, I'm guessing it releases pheromones to all the other ants, saying, "I'm dead, I'm dead." And so all the other ants.
Pheromones tell people that you're dead.
Pheromones are the way the ants signal to each other.
Really?
Yeah. And it's based on smells, a chemical compound in their antenna that releases smells. Anyway,
okay.
And so put the magnifying glass on the anthill and went tss, 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 as they kept coming out. Eventually, so many came out and they ran all up my legs, and then I got bit a whole bunch of times by a whole bunch of fire ants.
Because you were attacking them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I deserved it for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, so
it's kind of like the time that Australia declared war on the dingoes and the dingoes won.
That is a good.
Our friend Ty told us that once.
There were too many
I trust
dingoes.
him. It's probably true.
It probably is true. Any Australians out there who are watching, tell us if this is true. There were too many dingoes, and so they literally made it legal for you to shoot and kill dingoes. And the dingoes
I feel like it was always legal, but they rewarded
fought
people for
back.
it. Yeah.
And killed their crops and killed. Was it this or emus? It might have been emus.
I don't know.
It's some animal native of Australia.
All I know is
Australia
has lost a war
to an animal, which is lit. That's awesome. Anyway, so yeah, don't tempt Mother Nature. She'll bite you right in the.
Wow, you don't even have to bleep that. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah. Did you think of anything? Well.
I only thought of the one that I didn't want to tell.
That's okay. That'll be a future.
Yeah,
episode.
it'll be good when I tell that story. Wow.
We'll spend the whole entire show on that one.
No, we should not.
We will.
We can skim
that
over
is
in
a promise
3 minutes.
From Campbell Allen.
Okay, I did think of one though. You ready? So, this one time, I was a freshman in high school, and this is a deep story. Okay, really deep.
Okay.
Let me just preface that with that.
Okay.
So, I'm in chemistry with my sister. Okay.
Okay.
We're
You have chemistry with
called?
your sister.
No.
Perfect. You do. You and your sister go to chemistry together, so therefore
we
went chemistry with each other.
Yes.
Sick.
But what was he to say? We were partners. What's it called? Lab partners.
Lab partners.
Okay. We were lab partners in this chemistry class, but she was on the golf team.
They were in chemistry together, and they were partners.
And so
they had chemistry.
And
as
so
partners.
she always had golf tournaments during our class because it was the last class of the day.
Did that make
she
you
always
jealous?
left early. I'm ignoring you now. And so you made me look
Golf.
because I wasn't actually ignoring you. I was just
Golf.
trying to. Yeah, she was golfing, and I had to do all our labs by ourselves. So by myself. And so we were making soap, right? That's a classic chemistry thing to do. We were making soap. Well, I was making soap, and alone, right? And it was like a time-sensitive thing. It was like, I don't remember how to make soap really, but someone was like, the reaction was happening. I'm like, okay, I gotta stay here until it's done to make sure it works. And then I had to go pee, right?
No way.
Freshman year of high school.
Oh my god.
And I'm there by myself, and I'm like,
I
okay.
just done it on the floor.
I'm like, either I leave and I go to the bathroom, and this might blow up. I was a freshman. I was still thinking crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I was. I wasn't
might
thinking that.
blow
I was
up.
probably just like, or I might get an A- in this class, right? If I leave it right now.
David is very grade driven.
I was.
So
And
much so that he was willing to put his chemistry with his sister on the line.
Stop. So I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Silently,
right?
just
what am I gonna do?
at this
Because
beaker full of soap.
I can't just tell everyone else is busy. I can't be like, hey, someone watch this for me, and I definitely can't say, hey, someone go pee for me, right? So, and then
Involve a whole other sort of chemistry.
the climax moment occurred, and I made the wrong decision, and I didn't make it to the bathroom in time,
And you...
and I peed on the floor right in the middle of the chemistry lab. I figured I should
not know this!
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah. So.
What?
But my soap was great.
Were you and
I
your
got an
sister-
A in the class,
were you
so
and your-
it was probably worth it, right?
Were you and your sister still partners after that?
No one knew.
No one... What do you mean no one knew? There was urine on the floor!
I'm a good liar. I'm a good cover-upper.
So they just thought that somebody, but not you, had urinated on the floor where
No.
you were standing.
It was very clear. It just looked like water. I went,
You're a very hydrated boy.
right? And the best part was I was wearing black jeans. Black jeans
nice.
save your life. And
There
it was
we
the last
go.
class of the day, so I had 10 minutes left of school.
So you just walked or on the bus with wet pants.
I walked out.
Wet pants.
Yeah.
Wet pants.
And
boy.
no one was the wiser.
You've never told anybody this.
Oh, I've told people this.
Oh.
Just not YouTube. So.
There we go.
But
Well,
can you imagine the story that I was thinking of that I didn't want to tell after that one?
No, but I'm excited for taking a whole Campbell guaranteed episode on that next story. I'm very excited. Get excited.
We'll do it down the line.
It'll be
sometime.
amazing.
But
But yeah, so now you know a little bit about what makes us tick, about our past traumas in life, and about some weird things that's happened to us.
I didn't give a t-shirt logo for that.
Don't
procrastinate
bodily functions.
bodily functions. There you are.
Don't procrastinate bodily functions.
I wrote it this way. Again.
Actually, we're gonna have to change that, but we'll.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, no. Scratch that.
Scratch that. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Let us know what the t-shirt should be.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Because that
Comments
one's
below.
definitely not a good t-shirt name.
It'd be a great
on
t-shirt.
second thought.
Yeah, don't do that. Anyway.
Yeah, so thanks for watching the Cactus Cast today. Let us know in the comments what you want us to talk about next, and what you think should be the t-shirts that we're making after this video, specifically the one that we just talked about.
Exactly.
Okay, thanks. See you guys.
See you next time. Great boy.
Right? And the best part was I was wearing black jeans. Black jeans
nice.
save your life. And
There
it was
we
the last
go.
class of the day, so I had 10 minutes left of school.
So you just walked on the bus with wet pants.
I walked out.